If you have not watched my why is everybody driving today? Like every 5 seconds. It is, what time? It is 1:15. Do people not have work? I don't have a job. Well, I do kind of have a job. I'm self-employed, but like, why is everybody driving around? Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Cheryl. If you're new, welcome to the C Squad. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for joining me again. Yes, I am wearing the same top as my intro. We're just gonna ignore that. Okay. I'm super excited for today's video. If you know me, like in real life, I love setting goals. I love achieving goals, obviously. So I set goals every year, sometimes multiple times in a year, but I've never actually made a vision board. It's more so like I sit and I jot down the things that I want to do, but I've never actually put it into like an actual board. So I'm really excited to be doing that for the first time this year. So I'll be taking you guys through my whole goal setting process and how I take steps to actually achieve those goals. Before we get into it, please like this video and subscribe to join my channel. It really helps me out in the algorithm. So my first step is dividing my goals into different categories. So in the past, that has been school and university goals, friendships and relationship goals, financial goals. I kind of just do broad categories that I want to touch on. Then from here, I go in each category and think about what changes I want to make this year based on my experiences the previous year. So obviously this requires a lot of self-reflection. Like you have to sit there and be like, what are the things that made me sad? What could I do better? What did I find difficult? Like you kind of have to sit there and reflect on the previous year and your whole life in general, pretty much. Just come up with some things that you would like to improve on this year. When you're coming up with goals, it's also really important to come up with a why. So many people ask me, how do you get motivated? What inspires you to work hard? Are you just a hard worker? All of these things. And it really comes down to, I have goals and I want to achieve them. That's literally it. I have reasons behind everything that I do. So for example, I pretty much went viral on YouTube. I think my how to pass matric with distinctions video has like 200,000 views. It's really insane. And I always get questions about like, how is that possible? My goal when I started, actually towards the end of grade 11, when I got my grade 11 marks and I kind of saw them and I was like, you know what? I could do better. I could improve in Afrikaans. I could take my maths mark to an A. Like I had all of these goals. So my goal and my driving force was that I wanted to get into my dream university. I just wanted to be in a position where I could like reject other schools, not like one of those things where I'm literally just grasping at straws trying to get a school to pick me. I just wanted to have my pick. And at the time I wanted to go to the University of Birmingham. I needed an A in maths and English. So obviously like that was a goal for me to get into that university. At FAVS at the time I was aiming for an APS of 42 if I'm not mistaken. The reason why I wanted to do well in school was because I wanted to get into a university of my choice. So you have to find your why, and these have to be reasons for yourself and not other people. I once had an Uber driver, I think I was like in grade 11. We were just chit-chatting and I was like, yeah, I'm thinking about studying this or whatever, and he was like, remember you do school for your parents or something like that. Do well for your parents. It was something to that effect. And honestly, I disagree. I completely disagree. If you're gonna be doing stuff for other people, you cannot get motivation from other people. You have to get motivation from yourself and from within. Your heart really has to be in it, because if you're doing it for somebody else, at some point you're gonna run out of steam and you're gonna run out of gas. So I've mentioned this before in my matric revision Q&A video, but basically what I would do to stay motivated is at the end of my grade 11 year, I took my report card, went through all of my subjects and wrote what my APS would be. What I did is I stuck that piece of paper above my mirror, and basically whenever I was passing the mirror, I was subconsciously like reminded of my goal and what I actually wanted to achieve. And then I tracked myself by doing that for every term. So first term of matric, I wrote down my APS, saw that I improved, got motivated to continue doing that. did it for June exams, prelims, and so on and so forth. So the ironic part is that my intention was really actually not to get 7 distinctions. I kind of didn't see that one coming. My goal was to just get my APS. I think I wanted to get like 4 or 5 distinctions, and it just so happens that I was very motivated to get my score that it ended up going to 7 distinctions. For me, it wasn't about my parents, it wasn't about accolades, it was literally just for me. I just really was motivated to get that APS, okay? So with your goals, you have to be extremely specific. If let's say last year you felt like you weren't having thriving relationships or friendships and that you felt really lonely and you want to improve on that, then your goal would be make 5 new friends, or have weekly phone calls with my friends, or go out to 1 social event a month. You have to be really specific when you're setting them and giving yourself deadlines throughout the year. It's also really important to celebrate small milestones. I remember when I wanted to grow my channel to 1,000 subscribers, I would literally celebrate anything. Like my first video to 1,000 views, I celebrated when I got 100 subscribers, when I got 200. Like I literally celebrated every single little thing. Also, please be realistic with your goals. The chances of you going from a 50% average to an 80% average, probably not that high. The chances of you going from 0 subscribers to 1 million, okay, like there's some people who are outliers and you can go viral, I will admit, but the likelihood of that happening is not very high, and you don't want to set unachievable goals for yourself, because then you'll be really discouraged throughout the year, or especially at the end of the year, if you don't meet them. After I write down my goals, I then write down the steps that I need to take to achieve those goals. There is no point having goals and then not knowing how you're even going to achieve them. You actually have to have a plan. It can't just be, oh, I want an 80% average. Well, what are you gonna do to get that 80% average? So to get an 80% average, you need to lift up your grades. So I looked at my lower marks, which I think at the time were like Afrikaans, maybe accounting, can't really remember. And then I thought, okay, how do I improve those marks? Well, I can get tutoring, I can buy books, I can check out some online resources, some YouTube videos, I can ask for extra help from my teachers, I can study an extra 2 hours for that specific subject. Like, what are the things I'm going to do to actually get to where I want to be? The beauty of it is that you can work periodically throughout the year to get a step closer to those goals. If you study an extra 2 hours for Afrikaans each week, that is you eventually like trying to get to your goal, if you get what I'm saying. That's pretty much my goal setting process. So I'm actually going to take you through some of my goals for 2022. I don't know why. I watch a lot of these videos like every year and I absolutely love watching them, but people have gotten really secretive with their goals. This year, I don't know what it is. Maybe like people are scared to jinx it, but like I don't really care. So I'm literally just gonna tell you what my goals are and how I'm going to achieve them. So this year, since I don't have any school or university goals, I have divided my 3 categories into YouTube, or my brand in general, financial, and lifestyle. Interestingly enough, I didn't put like friendships or like social life this time. I feel like I'm pretty satisfied chilling at home. Those are my 3 categories for this year. So my first goal is I want to reach 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I know it kind of sounds insane. As I'm filming today, I'm on 12,500 subscribers, so it seems like a big feat, but to be honest, I think I can do it, especially with the training I'm going to be receiving from YouTube. If you didn't know, I'm part of the YouTube Black Voices class of 2022. I think that will help me out a lot. I'm hoping I'm gonna gain some knowledge that I can use to advance in that. So how I'm actually going to achieve those goals. So as I said before, I'm going to go to events and basically learn more about the YouTube algorithm, research that kind of a thing. And I think they're doing workshops every month, so I'll be going to 1 workshop a month. Then I want to be more consistent. I would ideally like to upload every Sunday. We'll see if that happens. And here's the thing, I know a lot of people last year were like very mad at me for like not posting. I don't really many people understood like I had a lot going on. Dissertation, postgrad job, it was a lot. So when I'm saying, oh, I'm gonna try and be more consistent, this is what I mean when I say you have to do it for yourself. And I love you guys, but I'm not doing that necessarily for you. I'm doing that for me because I do genuinely love creating content. I love filming videos. I love posting videos. I love responding to comments. Like I kind of love that whole process. There are tedious things that get in the way and make me procrastinate even when I shouldn't. Like when I'm planning out my videos, because I don't just show up and start filming. I need to have a direction for my video. And we all know I'm not the biggest fan of editing, but it is what it is. I just gotta push through. It's actually so funny. Like I didn't feel like filming today at all. I've been exhausted just from the craziness of last week, but here we are. And I'm feeling like a lot better now that I'm talking to you guys. Yeah, I love the creative process. So I really want to do that more for me so that I can feel just happier in my day-to-day life, if that makes any sense. Like there's some kind of satisfaction that I get from scheduling my video and knowing, hey, this is going up, and I get so hyped up and I get so excited to post videos. I'm gonna be trying to do that a little bit more consistently. If things pop up, it is what it is. So I'm gonna break it down even further. If I'm trying to upload a video a week, then I need to learn how to like speed up my editing, which I've actually already worked on this month. So I picked out all of the music I'm gonna be using until maybe around June. If you don't know, I use Epidemic Sound for my music. I absolutely love their vibes. Even if I'm just like chilling or I'm just working on my laptop, sometimes I literally just play their music because it's such vibes. So if you want to try out some of their music, this is not sponsored, but I do have a link in my description box. And also I've been trying to add the music that I'm using in each of the videos. I only started that with the last video, so I'm hopefully gonna try and like continue that so that you actually know what songs I'm using. And I've created like presets and templates so that I don't have to like repeat tedious tasks when I'm editing. I've also blocked out my schedule. I'm editing every single day. There are no days off. Like I just gotta do it and hustle. I've spaced out about 18 hours in my week to edit a video, and that's like typically how long it takes me. Sometimes it takes me a little bit longer. The post-uni Q&A maybe took like 30 hours. My second goal for YouTube is to collaborate with some brands. I have a few brands that are like on my wish list, and I'm just kind of hoping one of them works out. I'm not like, oh, I need every single one. Someone actually commented on my video because every time I do a vlog, I swear I'm always making coffee, but I drink my coffee every single day. Like I had my coffee this morning, and somebody was like, oh my gosh, we need a Nescafe sponsorship. So that's what I put down. This year, I would really love to work with Notion, Nescafe, or Skillshare. Those are like my three. In order to do that, obviously I have to grow my following, which kind of goes hand in hand. Also, I'm gonna try and incorporate them more in my channel. I think we've outdone the coffee though, so maybe I think I'm good on that one. But I really do like Notion. If you don't know, it's like a note-taking app, and I use it all the time. I feel like I should make a productivity video, like how I create to-do lists, schedule my life. I love Skillshare too. I want to hop on the first 1,000 people to click on my link, get 30 days off or whatever. I want to have one of those. I want to get coupon codes for you guys this year. Okay, I want to reach out to them, contact them, just kind of like show them like, hey, I love your product. The C Squad loves you too. Do you know what I mean? That's why I'm being like very specific with my goals. I pretty much know exactly what I want. On to financial goals. If you haven't watched my How I Budget and Save My Money video, I highly recommend. I'm also going to be doing monthly budget with me's, so subscribe and stay tuned for that. My first financial goal is I want to save up money so that I can move out. See what I mean? Passing again. I want to save money so that I can move out at some point in 2023. I've been very specific with the number I'm trying to save. I'm kind of trying to save at least a year's rent so that when I do move out, I just have to worry about like regular monthly expenses, but I don't have to worry about my rent and bills and all of that stuff. So I do have like an amount for that in my head, which is why I say be specific with your goals. So as you guys know, I do my monthly budgets. I save a portion of my income, and I'll be holding myself accountable to you guys when I do those videos. So those are the steps I am taking towards that. And obviously if I do get more subscribers, I get more views, I get more money from YouTube ads, if I do end up working with brands, that would also really help me out. It all kind of ties in together, which I kind of like, because succeeding in one thing like leads to me succeeding in other things. Then my second goal financially was to start investing. I'm so done. My second financial goal was to start investing. I say was because it is only the 2nd of February and I've already completed it. Thank you very much. So I've been wanting to start investing for a really long time, and I came across this YouTube video that honestly just inspired me to start investing. I might link it down below if I remember. So I watched that video on the 30th of January, literally sat and did research for hours. I created like a whole folder on my Google Chrome, like my bookmarks, that had like all the investing stuff, like different index funds and like different apps and all of that stuff. I spoke to my dad, and basically I'm gonna kill somebody. I'm actually going to attack. Oh my god. On the 31st of January, I started investing. I put my money into stocks and shares, but I'll honestly go in more detail with that in this month's budget with me. But basically, that was my goal and I've kind of already achieved it. So my next step is really just to keep putting money aside to put into stocks and shares every single month. Then finally, I have my lifestyle category, which is just kind of like, I don't know, random stuff that I think will improve my quality of life. So the first thing is I want to learn how to drive in the UK. I mentioned this in my last video, but basically I got my license when I was 16 in Zimbabwe. Yes, you can get your license at 16 there. This was like revelations to people on my Instagram, but I am Zimbabwean, by the way. I was posted on Zim Celebs this week and like everybody was like, you're Zimbabwean? Anyway, so I got my license when I was 16. Only started driving in South Africa when I turned 18. I left SA when I was like 19. So I literally have not driven in like 2 years, and worse, I'm now like in a different country, and obviously different countries, different rules. So basically I am trying to get started with some lessons. It's been a little bit difficult setting up driving lessons as most of the places are fully booked. I'm like emailing driving schools every week. When I get an opening, I've been waitlisted on some. When I get an opening, I'm gonna do at least 10 driving lessons, like an hour every week. Hopefully by then I'll be able to drive. I've already been added to insurance. I'm literally just waiting for an instructor because I don't trust my parents to teach me how to drive. Second thing is I want to get on a good sleep schedule. Like this needs to happen. Honestly, I've got issues. Like there was a solid week where I was sleeping throughout the day and awake the whole night. It was like I was working a night shift, and I do think I'm more productive at night, but I need to learn how to adjust to a morning person's schedule, because the reality of the situation is we live in a 9-to-5 world. So I need to learn how to live in a 9-to-5 world, and that is 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Not what I was doing before, which was 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. So for me to do that, I am trying to sleep at like midnight and then wake up in the morning at like 9 a.m. Sometimes it's 10 a.m. Also, I'm trying to avoid taking naps, and if I do, just for an hour. That one's like kind of a simple one. And then also I want to be productive. Since I'm now self-employed, being a full-time YouTuber is kind of like my job right now. I am not held accountable by anyone else other than myself, and you would not believe how hard it is to get tasks done when there's no like boss or manager expecting you to do things. Like I have to set my own deadlines and I have to be strict with myself, which is a little bit difficult. So what I've been doing is every week on a Monday, I set my weekly goals. I set up tasks to do every day of that week. I use Notion once again. So that's basically what I do. If you guys want a more detailed video about how I stay productive and the different apps that I use, I'm happy to do one. Just comment it down below. So now we are at the fun part, which is actually creating my vision board. So today I'm gonna be using Canva to create my vision board, and I'd just like to thank Canva for partnering with me in this portion of the video. So I've been using Canva for years now. It has literally followed me through the different stages of my life. When I was in uni, I used it for my assignments and projects. So I had a module called Technology Enhanced Learning Environments, and we had had to create a prototype. My prototype was like a how to solve a Rubik's Cube app, so it would basically teach you how to do it. We don't need to get into all of that. So for me to create my graphics and create like the Rubik's Cube and like the hands and the arrows and all of that stuff, I used Canva. I also used it in my final year project. We had a project poster that I used it for. I also used it for my final presentation. So I actually delivered all my slides using Canva. I used it to create my podcast cover art. Most of the graphics you see on my channel were made through Canva. So like my little intro screen where it's like in this video and it's got like the computer screen and the search thing, that's Canva. So I highly recommend using Canva whether you're in school, whether you do social media, or whether you're just a creative person looking for an outlet. So you can use Canva for free, but I highly recommend upgrading to Canva Pro. With Canva Pro, you have access to millions of photos, videos, audio, graphics. You also have access to hundreds of templates, which can be really useful. You can add unlimited members to your team, which is really helpful for group projects or projects where you need to collaborate with others. So if you're interested in trying out Canva Pro, then use my link in the description box below and start your free 30-day trial. So this is the part in the video where I record my laptop screen and pretty much time-lapse you guys through making my vision board. So let me do that. Hey guys, editing Cheryl here. Don't mind my voice. I'm a little bit under the weather, but I just wanted to hop in to let you guys know what I was doing here when I was creating my vision board. So here I'm just going through and adding photos and graphics for my YouTube section of my vision board. Then I took a screenshot of my YouTube channel and just replaced the number of subscribers with 100k to visualize. And I also took a photo of the YouTube 100 subscriber plaque from Google, and I'm just replacing the other channel's name with my own name once again for visualizing. And a lot of this is just me rearranging stuff and just like finding the things that I like. So there's a lot of fiddling around with things. Then here I went into thebreak.com and I just took images of this Mind and Money planner that I actually bought, and I will discuss that a little bit further in the budget with me for this month. So yeah, I just added that. I love the fact that I can change like the colors of different elements that I chose and the different text. It was a vibe because a lot of these things you can't do if you don't have Canva Pro. Anyway, primarily the reason why I wanted to jump in to this video was to let you guys know that we're gonna be redoing the giveaway. There was a problem with comments in the last video getting deleted because of like putting personal information like the email addresses and Instagram handles. I think it was kind of marking it as spam. So we're gonna redo it to give everybody a fair chance. So the rules are pretty much the same. All you have to do is like this video and be subscribed to my channel. Instead, you will comment down below a goal that you have for 2022. I've also linked down below in the description box a Google form. Now this is where like you'll put the personal information that YouTube was deleting before. So you'll enter like your name, your email address, your country of residence, so that I can contact you if you win. If any of this is confusing, just go down to the description box and everything will be explained. Back to the vision board. Now I'm literally just getting a bunch of things. I came up with this fun idea to just write like a bunch of quotes, as you can see. So I have early bird catches the worm, I've got making money moves, writing solo, just like some fun little text for myself. So I will leave you guys to watch the rest of this because it's a little bit fiddly, but I really like the way that my vision board turned out. I think it's super cute, super aesthetic, and I'm actually gonna change it to be the home screen of my laptop. So yeah. So that is my 2022 vision board. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that you will be making your vision boards as well this year. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to join the C Squad, and hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new videos. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!